Pausing, then walking over quickly, I opened the gate as we both stood in front of each other. Then she threw her arms around me and I pulled her close. That night we sailed out into the Delta, dropped anchor, and cooked dinner together. We were going to have a fillet with potatoes and red wine. Everything had to be perfect for our first night back together. We sat down on the deck of the boat and she took my hand in hers. "I'm so glad you came to your senses," Julia said, kissing me. We watched the sun as it fell down slowly behind the mountains. The water was almost dark now as I poured us both a glass of red wine. Minutes passed, and as I went to stand up to put the dishes away, I almost fell over. But it wasn't from the wine. I had only had one glass. She had drugged me, I realized, as I lost my balance and fell back onto the deck. "I'm sorry, Scott. It's just, I can't believe you anymore. I promise I'll make it quick." I stared up at Julia. She had beaten me. Or so she thought. Before I passed out, I managed to say one last thing. "Hey, Julia, did you really think you could kill my girlfriend and my dog, and I was just gonna let it go?" Before I passed out, I watched as a look of betrayal and surprise fell across her face. Julia slumped forward and slid to the floor. Darkness fell over me. When I awoke, I was greeted to the image of Julia trying to drag herself towards the knife rack inside my boat. I was groggy still, but I was in a stronger state than she was. Walking up behind her quietly, I picked up a large metal flashlight on my counter, and I slammed it down on her head. She passed out again. When she awoke this time, she was seated upright on the edge of the boat. There were chains around her arms, neck, and back. I smiled as she looked from the chains to the block of concrete they were wrapped around. The concrete was teetering on the edge. I watched the emotion on her face as I sat across from her. "Sleep well, Julia." Before she could speak, I kicked the concrete block over the edge and watched the chains pull her body down into the darkness. She didn't even have time to scream. I watched until she disappeared into the darkness completely.